Let's shoot a wedding. What's up? My name is Jay LeBlanc, wedding photographer and photo video educator. Recently I had the opportunity to shoot behind the scenes at a wedding, and I thought I was just going to use it for social media, but I thought, why not share it with YouTube? And this is a great opportunity to show you what I do at a wedding and to show you my must-have shots when I shoot a wedding. I've dropped a link down below if you are interested in my cheat sheet of must-get shots at a wedding. Go ahead and check that out. It's very easy to just reference on a wedding day. You keep it on your phone and say, all right, got it. Those are my must-have shots. Now I can get creative. Or if time is limited, you reference that quick cheat sheet. And it's just nice to have a little reminder to make sure you crossed all your I's and dotted your T's. Or whatever that expression is. Before we get started, a couple quick things. First of all, there is a lot of copyrighted music going on in the background of my videos. I don't want this video to get flagged and the audio be muted, so I'm just going to have to go ahead and jump in here and explain to you what's going on, and I'm going to have to mute the audio from the actual clips. Sorry in advance, but I want you to be able to hear as much as possible. But unfortunately, copyrighted music doesn't feel the same. I'm gonna just unfortunately have to use the really bad music that YouTube offers just so there's some type of audio going on, and I know it's not good. I'm sorry. I spent a lot of time looking for good audio. YouTube doesn't have any. So if you have any suggestions of a platform that I should subscribe to for good quality music to put into my YouTube videos that I can also use in client work, that's a big must-have. I have to be able to use it in my client work as well. Drop some links down below. Go ahead, give me your referral codes. I don't care. I need to just pay for some type of music subscription because this YouTube music stuff, it ain't cutting it. Throughout this video, there's also going to be several things I've done on the wedding day that I just didn't love. And it happens to me at every single wedding where I photograph things that I think might look good and they wind up not being good at all. And I'm including those in here so you can see the mistakes that I make along the way on a wedding day. And I'm going to jump in here and explain to you exactly what I was thinking and why it maybe didn't really work. I want to show you my failures as well, just to show you that it's okay to make mistakes on a wedding day because there's still opportunities as long as you're getting your must-have shots to experiment and test those boundaries and see what you can really do creatively. Even if it doesn't work out, it's still something that you learned, hey, don't do that again, or maybe we could change this up a little bit to make it look better next time. And without any further ado, let's jump into the wedding day. So right off the bat, the first things I'm going to do when I get to a wedding is I'm going to do all the detail pictures. I usually start with the dress. I do some of the flowers, the jewelry, invitation, shoes, anything that's important to the bride and groom on the wedding day for me to photograph that makes the day special. Now, I have a second shooter that is going to be covering the guys and everything that they're doing. So today I am really just focused in on what the bride is doing. That's pretty.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you could kind of hide the pool too.
And here's my first example of something that just did not work. I thought, the venue, it's a ski lodge and it's kind of rustic and cool. And let me check out these like cool stone walls that they have outside the resort. And I thought it looked really good for the wedding dress. And honestly, I just did not like those pictures. They didn't even make the final album. So I tried that out. Didn't love it. It is what it is. And while I was out there shooting that, the flowers showed up. So I came back and shot some more so I came back to the room the bride was getting ready at and was able to get some of those detail shots with the flowers. All of these shots are just taking place on the balcony outside the room that the bride's getting ready at. Sorry, I'm really trying to get behind the scenes there, but
It's okay.
my shot's a little bit more important than that shot.
I guess so.
Just tell me.
Maybe.
Huh?
Maybe.
It honestly had the best lighting. You'll see in a minute inside of the room. There was dark red and orange colors, the carpet, the wood. It just was not very good lighting inside. So I tried to photograph as much as I could out here on this balcony.
Thank you.
Loving this lighting.
photographer's dream.
Now we're getting some lay flat shots. I am not a huge fan of doing these. I do them at every single wedding because I know people want them, but they're just so tedious. They take so long to set up, and if they're not perfect, they just look a little weird. But it's a must have, especially because I personally knew the girl who made the invitations and she requested some of these pictures. I mean, I shoot them at every single wedding, but I had to make sure I did an extra good job because I knew her and I got to help a friend out. Let me tell you, I've learned so much about jewelry and women's fashion being a wedding photographer. I actually surprise bridesmaids all the time with how much I know about shoes and jewelry and dresses and hairdos and makeup. You can check out the back of my camera, see this final image. I did like using the stone from the fireplace as the background because it helped add to that whole rustic feel that they were really going for with this entire wedding. And you'll see the decor and the location of the ceremony later on where everything just really fits that whole rustic vibe. Almost every shot I love to do a horizontal and vertical just so the bride and groom has options in their album. Here's another example of a shot that I tried and just didn't work out this well. I was like, let me see if I could throw these rings into this cool brick that's around the fireplace. And the idea is cool, but honestly because the lighting was just so soft and even, it was hard to make those rings really pop. I think ideally what would have happened was throwing a light on those rings and maybe some more post-production, but in the moment I didn't have a ton of time to do that stuff, so I just decided to move on to something a little bit different here where I just grabbed the invitation with the rings in front of it. This was just a fun quick shot of the bride getting ready in the bathroom, doing her makeup, while some of the bridesmaids in the background were getting their hair done. This was one more of the opportunities where you could get a little creative. Another shot I always love to do is get some shots of the bride with her dress before she puts it on, getting some details, and just some opportunity to show the bride admiring her beautiful dress. So as you can see from this high angle I got while she was sitting in this chair, it looked like she was in prison with those bars just behind her head, and I really didn't like it. So we ended up just switching her out for a taller chair so we didn't get as much of the railing in the background of the shots. And I think the videographer really appreciated this one as well. So right here I realized that the lighting on her face was a little bit more of split lighting, and I wanted a little bit more of Rembrandt lighting to just not make it as contrasty and dramatic, which is a little bit more flattering for females. So all I had to do was angle herself just a little bit more towards the big open area where all the light was coming in from, and it just made a much more flattering, softer light on her face. While waving to my BTS camera, I noticed a little moment that was going on inside with some of the bridesmaids, so I had to grab that real quick. It's really good to always have your eyes open and be aware of everything that's going on around you on a wedding day, because there's always little moments happening everywhere you turn throughout the day. Now you can really see what I was talking about with the red carpet and the dark wood tone walls and the wood ceiling. It was just creating these terrible shadows everywhere. And this little corner of the room was kind of nicely lit. So we completely rearranged all the furniture. We pushed all the stuff to the side where all the girls had their stuff getting ready, and we just did a couple quick pictures of the girls in their flannels hanging out.
Well, I was gonna get a nib and put it in my bouquet, but it didn't happen.
I mean, I have a camera bag with extra spot.
Just pass it around. Have you ever had this before? Do you know this is?
No.
It's not my house at night.
She said it's disgusting.
It's delicious. It goes down.
It goes down.
You can probably judge yourself. You're already really
It was explaining to me here that I had to try this alcohol that they had with them. This became a big topic of the night throughout the entire wedding. Just wait till you see what I got during the reception of that later on. Next, we moved on to having one of her maid of honors helping her get dressed, and we're capturing a lot of different varieties here, from details to the maid of honors doing their thing to the bride reacting to what's going on, just telling a story of the day from different perspectives.
It's always looming, you know?
I'm sure you're so
You can also move it if it's not a vibe.
No,
It's part of the day.
It is part of the day.
You let us in on
It's my unofficial
this is
something
your
blue.
video, so.
This is your
It
video.
always was part of the day. You just found out.
It's part of the family.
How much does Tommy know about it?
Oh, he knows Blue Wave.
So this is what I'm thinking is then the first look, you walk up behind him, put the bottle down,
Bottle
walk
where?
away.
Yeah, and be like,
Tell him to turn around.
oh my
Turn
god,
around,
that's
buddy.
so funny.
Like, are you serious? I'll do it. Someone just got hold it during a ceremony. We'll get to see.
Put the blue wave in front row.
Front row. It's part of the family. Yeah. There we go. Perfect.
I used to ceremony because when I had to do it for the when I was at the person, I had to go.
Now we need Sissy to get here.
Let me just jump in here real quick. If you are enjoying this video so far at all, I would really appreciate it if you just gave me a like. And if you want to subscribe, that'd be even better. Just go ahead, tell YouTube that you enjoy learning something about wedding photography. That way it'll feed you more content and you can step up your wedding game. Next, we had a first look with Dad. This is always a fun moment, especially when Dad cries. And you can see that there's two different perspectives here, one for my second shooter and one for myself. Cool. And Dad, when you're ready, you can turn around. Yeah. This is why I always shoot with two photographers.
Look, their shoes are all shiny. Nice shoes. Oh yeah, you got the sorry. You won. You won alone. You win the prize. You made it. You did a shot of Blue Wave. We'll do one more.
My huggy?
Yeah. I know, it's weird. You have to do it.
Perfect. Got it.
Good. I know, it's weird. We gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
Can I have the two of you guys just get nice and close and look at me for a picture real quick? Oh, no, I'm not worried about that. Thanks. Can you look at her, Dad? Perfect. Give her a kiss on the cheek. Beautiful. I love it, guys. Awesome. Thank you so much. We're going to stop her for a couple pictures along the way. When she gets up behind you, I'm going to give her the option of either putting her hand on your shoulder, covering your eyes, whatever she wants to do. When you're ready, you're going to turn around, but do us a favor. Turn towards all of us with the cameras, not towards the waterfall. We want to see your face, not the back of your head. And you guys hug each other, kiss each other, have your moment, enjoy it, whatever you guys need. And when you're ready, we'll do more pictures. All right? She forgot tissues, so she said if you cry, you're on your own.
All right.
Here. Yep, go ahead.
This is a Tracy dress. They had to do no alterations except for crazy. Look at that. Yeah, I think a shot of the lid. I was very cool. Look at this eye. Dip.
Oh God.
Is this the practice now? Cut right.
Yeah, you're good.
So if you guys were coming back down the aisle this way.
We're gonna practice this way just so they can get.
No, so if this is our aisle, your head either has to go this way or that way, not towards me or back.
With the.
I will actually.
I've been awake since midnight.
She's like, this asshole memorized him and I have to read mine?
No.
Awesome. So, yeah, let's grab a couple quick shots of you guys just standing here in front of the beautiful waterfall. This first look location was supposed to have a beautiful running waterfall behind them, but unfortunately, it hadn't rained for about 3 weeks before this wedding, so there was no water to be had.
Well, yeah, I told you it's coconut feathers.
Did you really tell him that? That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, you're gonna see the polka dots in that.
So always looking at him.
Kind of two. Tommy, your right hand, put it in the middle of her back, just because seeing your fingers come around the side, it looks a little strange. Perfect, guys, hold it. Look at each other for a second.
You gotta do this.
Hey, can you guys give each other a kiss? Oh, I love that. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
close your eyes when you kiss. Close your fingers when you hold my hand.
So,
Like this.
do you guys want to practice that dip real
Yeah.
quick?
Okay, so if
If
you're
you-
the barn and this is the altar,
He hasn't
Yep.
seen it. So.
which way?
So, like, I'm going to be in the middle aisle for most of your
Yes.
ceremony,
Okay.
and you guys would be walking back towards me.
Okay.
Let's see what you would do.
If you're at the barn.
And here they are practicing that dip. And as you can see, he dipped her head away from me. We want to make sure that we can see both their faces. So when you do that dip, you got to have them turned so you can still see the side profile of both of them. Yeah, so like right now, I'm just really looking at your shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to dip her head this way. So the best thing to do is either take a step, or if you want to get real crazy, you would spin her. So you would kind of want to go into a lunge like perpendicular to the aisle.
Okay, so we want to be. Okay, so we want to.
That way her head goes this way and I can see both the side
Yeah.
profile of your faces.
We want to
me,
be like
you want me
sideways.
down like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take two, action. Yep, like that. Yeah, that's it. Nailed it. You guys are perfect.
I have a second.
Just like slide your foot.
You're only gonna wear the dress once.
I know. That's why I'm like, it's fine.
Step on it.
Can the two of you guys look at each other? I just want to bring my, hold on one second.
Dang. I did my own eyeliner. I did my own paper. I was gonna
Very nice.
do it.
There we go. Very nice. Oh, good idea. Let me know when you're good.
I'm good.
Cool. Tina, so what I'm going to have you do is I want you to grab just part of your dress like this. And Tommy, I want you to give her a little twirl like a ballerina. And Tina, while you're spinning, try and just hold your dress out and let it like flow. You go nice and slow. Tommy, use your other arm though, just because I don't want you to block your face. Yep. Either way. Ooh, one more.
Is it?
One more, then pull her in for a big kiss afterwards. And then, Tina, what I have you do is, let's see, left side of your face, right? Let's put your left hand on your hip and look back over your shoulder at your train. And then I took this opportunity to grab a couple quick solo portraits of just the bride because we didn't get to do it in the getting ready room just because I really did not like the color cast that was going on there. Perfect. Now look down at your train one more time. And bring your eyes up to my camera. Beautiful. I love it. Awesome. And don't forget, if you are looking for a quick reference guide of all the must-have shots that I shoot at every single wedding, that link is down below for you to check out. Just go ahead, fill out your name, your email, and I will send that PDF directly to you, and you will have that as a quick reference on every wedding that you shoot. And now we're moving on to the ceremony. I went ahead and sped everything up here just because I'm not going to bore you with 10 minutes of people walking down an aisle. Just know, as you can see, I'm switching back and forth between my two cameras, one with the 28-70, one with the 70-200, so I'm getting some wide and tight shots of people as they walk down the aisle, just so they have a little bit of variety. Then as the bride comes down the aisle, I am getting some reaction shots of the groom. My second shooter's also shooting up the aisle to get some pictures. And then throughout the ceremony, we are just grabbing some candids of guests as they sit around enjoying the ceremony, some emotions. And then I kind of give them the cue of when to stop, and then they do that dip. As they exit the ceremony, we're getting some shots of them walking back down the aisle. And this is where they practice that dip for, right here in this moment. Nailed it. Great job, guys. I love to stop the bride and groom all the way at the back of the aisle so they can have all of their guests behind them in that picture. And then we shoot the rest of the bridal party as they walk back down the aisle. After the ceremony, we took the opportunity to use this beautiful ceremony site as the location for all of the family pictures, especially because there's so many family members involved with these pictures. You'll see some pretty big groupings here. And I had my second shooter kind of organize the people and have the list right there in her hands to say who's up next, so the pictures go as quickly as possible, because family pictures take a long time sometimes, especially when you're dealing with this many people, and you want to keep it moving nice and fast so the bride's not doing it for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour. Here's one of those giant group shots that I was talking about. Trying to get all these people in one location would be very difficult, so just doing this right after the ceremony while everyone was already there just made the most sense. Now we're moving on to some bridal party pictures. We went up to the top of the mountain at this ski resort. As you can see, the ski lift right there in the background. This is just a awesome place for a wedding.
Anywhere but me. Look at each other, talk to each other, look off in the distance at the beautiful view behind me. Anywhere, just don't look at me. Okay, the two of you guys look at each other and give each other a kiss. Perfect. So I'm actually gonna ask the two of you to come closer to me. Don't worry about your dress, but I'm gonna have you come onto the grass over here. Yeah, right there. Perfect. And the two of you just looking at me again. Perfect, then look at each other, give each other a kiss. Cool. I love that. Awesome. That's.
And at the top of this mountain, there was a beautiful lake that they really wanted a picture behind, but with the really harsh sunlighting, it made it very difficult. So the places that we could go was very limited, especially without having people in the background, with making sure nobody was squinting, with having the lake behind them. It was rough. So we kind of made it work right here on this little tiny path without having to walk to the total opposite side of the lake, which would have added about 20 minutes on to our picture time.
I don't want them going too far down that hill. You're good. Looking right at me, guys, smiling. You know what? Let's get that cheering shot one more time for our bride and groom. Ready? I want you guys to make some noise on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. You gotta walk in between them. Yeah, so come down towards me a little bit more. You gotta leave enough room for you guys to like walk in between them. Right. Can I actually have this entire row come towards me? Yep. And I need this entire row to come towards me, right to the edge of the path. Excuse me, Lena. Alright, we're gonna try this twice. I'm gonna do what? Go. I want 2 people here, 2 people here to start walking. When I say go the second time, the next 2. When I say go again, the next 2. And when I say go the 4th time, the last 2, okay? So I'm gonna space you guys out from when you start walking, about a second in between each of you. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty quick though, but it's about a second in between. All right, bridal party, you ready? Tom and Tina, hold nice and still. And the first couple, go. Second, go. Third, go. Fourth, go.
And as you can see, it doesn't work out very well every time. So I just tell the bride and groom and the bridal party, hey, it's my fault. This didn't work out. Let's do it again. When they see this final picture, they realize it was totally worth it.
All right, bridal party, we're gonna do that one more time. Everyone ready? All right, first couples, go. Second, go. Third, go. Fourth, go.
Again.
Bridal party, you did a great job. I just want a different variation. This time, Tommy, Tina, I want you guys to kiss each other. And you gotta hold that kiss the entire time. Right there. And this row, come up a little bit more. Stop right there, good. Actually, this row back up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, you guys ready? You guys can start kissing. Let's see how long they kiss me. All right, first couples, go. Second, go. Third, go. And fourth. So, Tina, I'm gonna have you come out in front a little bit more. Don't worry about the dress too much because she's gonna be walking and it's just gonna drag behind her anyway. And then, ladies, I need the 4 of you on this side to move over and the 4 of you to move over a little bit so we have a little bit of space. And Tina, come forward for me. Cool, just like that. So what I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna walk towards me nice and serious. You can hang your flowers down your side. This is like your runway walk right now. Like strut your stuff, and then as soon as Tina hits the sidewalk, I want you to stop and boom, best RBF you got. Girls, same thing, same thing. Serious face, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, you can put them down on your side. Just you strut your stuff right up towards my camera and just hit me with the best look you got. Excuse me. Yeah. So you're saying kind of spread out. Yep. No smile. Serious face. This is your runway walk right here. Tina, can I have the 4 girls on this side move over just a little bit more for me? Perfect, right there. Yep, and you're all on Tina's, you're kind of following her pace. Ready? And go. And just hit me with your best pose. There it is, ladies. Awesome. I love it. Yes, that was awesome. You did a great job. All right, that was the most serious I'll ask you to be today. I promise. Let me have the 9 of you go back here onto the grass so we're not dealing with the dirt, and we'll get a nice shot of all of you together. Love the teamwork. All right, cool. Ladies, I'm gonna have you do at first, let's all turn in towards our bride. Move in nice and close with your flowers resting on your hip closest to me. I know it's a little windy, so if you got just hair, feel free, go right ahead. Good. Can I have the 4 of you move in a little bit closer on this side? Yeah, can you move in a little bit closer on this side for me? Cool. And now can everybody lean their heads in as close as they can to our bride? Perfect. And ladies, what I'm gonna have you do is stand shoulder to shoulder with each other, your flowers resting right at your belly buttons. And here I'm just taking a picture of your flowers in your dresses, but I bet you one of you are still smiling at me.
Yeah.
And now I want you to take those flowers and completely cover your faces with them. And I bet one of you is still smiling. And Tina, just you, I want you to lower your flowers a little bit so you're looking at me right over the top of your flowers. Still stand up nice and tall. Hold on, I'm coming in nice and close real quick. Beautiful, I love it. Now this is where we see how well coordinated we are. We're going to try and make a beautiful circle of flowers around our bride's face with your bouquets. So Tina, we're gonna have yours below your chin. And then we need the rest of you to kind of form a nice circle around her head without covering her face.
This picture here was a request of the bride. And you're gonna see in a second what the guys were doing off to the side on their own version of it.
I love the ski lift. I'll tell you to close. I'll tell you to close them. Yeah, I'll tell you when to close them. Let's get the flowers all set up.
Let's just do that. It's a good idea, Lord. Good teamwork.
So let me have you move these flowers in closer. Come in closer. Yep. Bring these in closer. Cool. All right, Tina. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Give me a big smile, too. Beautiful. There it is. I love it.
I mean, look at the guy's version. Isn't that beautiful?
Awesome. Cool. And then, ladies, now what we're going to do now is shots of each of you individually with our bride. So it doesn't matter what order. One at a time. Step right up. So squat down a little bit.
Squat.
Bring your flowers right up under your chin. There you go. Bring these a little bit lower. There we go. Oh, you are beautiful. Look at this.
And then the bride and groom decided they wanted to switch places and do the exact same pictures with each other's bridal parties.
Awesome. Oh no, if you're up for it, I'm down.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And one of the girls mentioned we should pick up the groom, and I was like, absolutely. I don't know how much he trusted them, but we made sure that he didn't fall. Shooting a wedding is a lot of just explaining how to do things and not so much taking the picture itself. Having good communication skills really goes a long way at a wedding because There's a lot of people that learn a lot of different ways, and being able to explain it to a lot of people very quickly can sometimes be a challenge in itself.
Lean your head this way.
You're with like a bunch of dancers. Ready? We need another.
I'm here for you.
There we go. We I feel like I'm barely holding. The pregnant up in.
You want to try to throw them in the air a little bit? Awesome, great. All right, you just drop them. Have Tori kind of help your veil not pull. Yeah.
Like I'm dipping down like this, right?
Yeah, you know what? What about this? Since the wind is blowing that way, what if you dip her head this way? And Tori, you come back over here. So Tina, you don't even have to move.
Oh, okay.
You're good. Tommy, you're gonna come over here, yeah, and you're gonna dip your head back this way. Cool, yeah, this will look good. All right, so Tommy, you wanna dip her? And then I'm gonna have Tori throw the veil up in the air and run out of the shot. Go ahead, Tori.
Whenever you're doing a veil picture, just keep in mind, don't throw it. Hold it up really high and just let it go. It floats down a lot nicer than if you throw it, because when you throw it, it bunches up and it just doesn't look as big and as elegant.
Remember, like, don't throw it up. You gotta, like, let it float down. You guys good? All right, cool. Go ahead, Tori. Perfect. Thank you. I think we're good right now, right? Dallas, can I ask you to just back up a little bit more? All right, Tori, whenever you're ready, go. Tori, do it one more time. 3.
Can we just pause for a second? Why am I standing like this? I don't understand it. Why would I not just hold the camera at my waist and stand up like a normal person?
2, 1.
And whenever you're doing these veil pictures, you're gonna see you almost always get the person in it who is throwing it, and you just gotta take them out later on in post-production. It's just the nature of the beast. And before we left the top of the mountain, I took this opportunity to grab a couple more quick solo shots of the bride. Then we went to another location at the ski resort where there's this big, beautiful private lake, and we were able to get some more fun pictures. These pictures in the veil always come out so nice just because essentially the veil acts as a giant softbox. So you get this beautiful soft lighting and this nice intimate moment between the bride and groom, and it always is a warm welcome to a good wedding gallery.
A nice light kiss. It's a kiss on my mouth.
No tongue.
Dallas, did you want to get in here too?
I prefer being up.
Do you do one with him like holding my like
Yeah, absolutely.
like
You know what I like is take your right hand and put it like very softly like on her neck / right below her ear. Yeah, and then just pull her face in nice and close. It's fun. Behind the scenes of this must look hilarious. What's the... Oh, I love that. Okay.
We moved to another little area where we're able to do
The
some
tree
more
behind you
solos of the
reminds
bride
me
and
of
groom.
your invitation.
I know.
Got it too, you just look over at me. Love it. This little like grassy patch. You know what? Why don't you go on that bridge? Instead of just having that big open water. And then Tina, I'm gonna have you come up nice and close to the edge of the bridge. And then Tommy, don't put the dress behind her because I'm gonna have you stand right behind her. Yeah. demonstrating something on you. Tommy, I want you to go up like right behind her like this and just kind of like wrap your arms around her. And then Tina, what I want you to do is like, come here. I want you to...
Sometimes it's good having my wife there to do the BTS stuff because it's very easy to just quickly demonstrate what I'm looking for from the bride and groom.
Yeah.
And Tommy, I just give her like a kiss on the temple. Oh man, I love this background right now. Hopefully it'll fall in the water.
I got as low to that water as I could without dropping my camera in, but it was so worth it for this reflection shot. Maybe you've noticed throughout this video that I have had a 360 camera on top of my camera, and I haven't really been showing a ton of footage from it because 360 cameras aren't exactly the best footage. But we had the opportunity to take the ski lift up to the top of the mountain and have the bride and groom on one lift behind us, where we were able to get some pictures and video of them riding up on the lift. And it turned out amazing. Unfortunately, I was not able to bring my BTS camera with us, so you're getting the 360 footage camera from this one. But this is the only time through the whole video you're going to see this. But it was definitely worth it. It was so cool. As we went up the mountain, you could just see the entire resort behind it.
You guys want to kiss each other again?
Can you guys wave to my camera? Can you guys wave to me?
Ski resorts are just a magical place. It's just a totally different vibe when you're talking about it in the fall time opposed to the typical time of the year that people visit when there's snow on the ground. So as we get into the reception, you are going to hear anything of what's going on because everything that was going on was copyrighted music. Like I mentioned before, I can't be playing that right now and get copyright strikes. So you're just going to have to deal with my voice and some of the amazing free music that YouTube has to offer. First thing that was going on was the introductions of all the bridal party into the room. So we're getting everybody doing their fun little introductions, having a good time with it, really enjoying themselves. Fun little note, I also shot their wedding. As you can see, I'm walking around getting different fun creative angles for the first dance, and my second shooter just kind of hangs out on the dance floor and gets to save stuff. Her and I have been working together for a long time, so we're really on the same page about one person gets the creative stuff and the other person's getting the safe stuff. And we switch back and forth all the time to give us both an opportunity to experiment with new shots, but it just ensures that we are getting everything that we need while still having the freedom of getting some stuff that is more creative. And we're also pretty good about knowing, hey, this person's shooting wide, okay, I'll shoot tight, or we'll switch back and forth. We're really on the same page with a lot of this stuff at this point, after we've shot probably close to 100 weddings together. Then we have the speeches. They are what they are. There's not a ton of creativity that goes on here with the speeches. We just try and make sure that we get some good interactions and reaction shots from everybody, the bride, the groom, the person giving the speech, as well as some of the guests as they're sitting in their seats. And then we grab a quick shot of everyone who gave a speech together. For this wedding, it was a little bit different. They cut the cake right up front because they just wanted to get it out of the way, because the bride and groom here did something very special that you'll see in a minute. And it really is a shame that I can't play the audio here, because I'm explaining to the bride and groom throughout this whole cake cutting process of what they should be doing, because often the venue just leaves it totally up to the photographer of how they want the bride and groom to pose and then how to cut the cake. And let's be honest, very rarely do you and another person cut a cake at the exact same time. So it might feel a little awkward to them, and it definitely takes some instruction and guidance along the way. Basically what I'm telling them is both of them hold the knife with the hand that has the rings on it. We usually have the groom stand behind the bride because more often than not he's taller than her, so he would be blocking her if he was up front. And let's be honest, the bride's more important. I explained to them to hold the knife together, look at me for a picture. Then we let them make 2 small cuts and take the piece of cake out so they can feed each other. Just to explain what's going on here real quick, we went back to the room that the bride got ready in because she had a second dress that she wanted to change into and then do another first look with the groom. So we went ahead, we did that really quick. It took us like 15 minutes. Then we took them outside, did some of our nighttime pictures, which we didn't get any behind the scenes video of because unfortunately our BTS camera was charging. I was using the DJI Osmo Pocket, and at that point in the day it said, "Hey, I'm dead. I need to charge, bro." So it was sitting on a charger and we didn't get too much footage behind the scenes here. For my nighttime pictures, all I'm really doing here is I am putting a light behind the bride and groom and illuminating them from the back, especially during a champagne pop where it looks really good if you light it from either the back or the sides. If you're lighting it from the front, it doesn't have the same effect of really lighting up all that champagne as it's flying through the air. And then when we got back to the reception room, they had a second first dance, which was way more dramatic than the first one, with the fog and smoke machines and a really, really nice choreographed dance. Check it out. And then after this, at this point in the night, it just became dancing. And I don't have a ton of footage of behind the scenes of just drunk dancing. But remember that blue alcohol I mentioned earlier? Well, here's the reel from it. Just cue LMFAO shots. It sure was an interesting night, let me tell you that. And I made a video earlier this year about my 2025 marketing strategy, and this right here is exactly what I was talking about, where I take my pictures that I shoot throughout the wedding day and do a same-day slideshow. Check it out. And at this point, only the bride was watching, but shortly after, she went and got her parents and some of her bridesmaids, and they all came over and watched the slideshow. Well, there it is. That's the full wedding day for me, behind the scenes and what I do and how I go about my day. Now, this was a very long wedding day, and this had a lot of things going on, which is why I wanted to share it with you, because it was something truly unique compared to a more traditional wedding where everything happens in the same place, or where we go from getting ready, church, pictures, reception. It's a little bit different, something that you might see one day. Who knows? Hopefully this helped out somebody out there with an upcoming wedding that you might have, or maybe you're already a seasoned wedding photographer and you're just looking for some new ideas. Well, hopefully you just enjoyed the last hour of your life. And until next time, peace.